What's going on, everybody? Chris Eggleston here with Global Innovation Now, along with Mr. Jay Morrison, aka Jay Mr. Real Estate.
Peace, Memphis. What's up, Kings and Queens?
We got the Black Print March 10th. Definitely going to be involved with that, and we got a whole lot of other things going on. But Jay, everybody's asking me, and they're saying it's called the Black Print. Is everybody invited?
Absolutely. Like we are all inclusive, but still intentional about our people. So I think too many times Black people want to do things together, but feel like if we're too Black or it's too intentional for Black people, that it will, offend or alienate other people. So our goal is not to alienate anyone. We actually want to be inclusive of everyone. Come learn these 3 steps and how you, as another nationality, can support us in these steps. But understand that the way I look at it is like one of my white friends. I have plenty of white friends, Jewish friends, Indian friends. All nationalities. I'm from New Jersey, right? We're like a super melting pot, New Jersey, New York. And in talking to someone in New York last week, they were saying, well, what can I do as a white American to help? Or what should I do? And one of the things I said first is be educated and be aware, and have an open heart and open mind and have empathy. Because understand that the situation that Black people are in is not their fault. We didn't put ourselves in this economic, socio-economic, or spiritual, whatever, physical condition. And also understand as a white American that it's not your fault for whatever may have transpired with your ancestors and our ancestors. But it has benefited you to some degree, and it has traumatized us generationally. And so we need this level of empathy and an open ear and not to be defensive. I have white board members of my YMC Foundation, right? And our YMC is, our motto is building better Black communities, but we have European American and white board members. And so, because they have a heart, they have empathy, and they care about all people. So we're definitely all inclusive, but we don't water that down and say it's not for Black people, because it is for Black people. Because Black people were the ones that were traumatized. Black people are the ones that are the poorest. Black people are the ones that need this financial education, political power, and social stimulation. And so we just ask, one, for anyone of any nationality to be open-minded and understand that just like if this were a foster home, and we all were foster kids in a foster home, and we were abused, sexually abused, physically abused, verbally abused by our foster parents. And yes, we would want sympathy from the outside world, but as foster kids who all went through this together, it might be time for us to just heal and love each other and hug each other together and heal internally and get the support of others. And so, in the same time that we do want all your support, be aware of our trauma, our issues, get educated on the real laws, not just stuff they told us in school, but like the real things that happen in the Black community, the real, drastic stuff no one wants to talk about. But then know when to step away and know when to be quiet. Know when to just, hey, it's time for Black people to heal and recuperate. They never got a chance. No one ever healed us or repaired us. The Japanese Americans were repaired and got restitution for 2 years in internment camps here in America. The Native Americans, they put steps towards healing them and repairing them. The German Jews, America gave German Jew Holocaust survivors still millions last year, 2015, to help repair them. And us as Black people have never had any intentional repair. And we're trying to do that now. We're trying to heal and repair now. So have empathy, be open-minded, just be a good person about it, as we would with anyone, with you, right? And also know when to just step away and say, hey, I'm gonna let my Black brothers and sisters heal a little bit. So when they say Black lives matter, I don't gotta scream all lives matter. We know all lives matter. But all lives weren't hanging from trees. All lives weren't enslaved. All lives aren't 60% of the prison population. All lives aren't the poorest in America. So let's all be just aware of that and
Nice.
Be good people.
Sounds like you're trying to bring
humanitarians.
Yeah.
It's a human rights issue. Right.
Definitely that. So it sounds like you're trying to bring everybody together. Is this
without watering down what we're doing?
Okay.
Some people think, oh, you can't have white people involved with what you're doing. Yes, you can. You can. But it just needs to be authentically black.
Nice. Now with the city getting behind this and we're gonna bring all the people out, I see you just bringing like a unit, or is this something that you wanna teach people and have it grow here and be like a headquarters maybe, or like a home base for this to say, hey, we started here with the people that show up and then we grow it from there organically?
Well, my goal is, one is that this is my first night in Memphis, so I really want to take inventory of the whole city and just the population and the people and all that. But my goal is to set up systems and empower young kings like yourself who got the bandwidth and the capacity to be able to lead and organize. And I want to be able to create the systems and give the support to others, generals, lieutenants, if you will, or however you want to word that, for others to be able to take my blueprints, my teaching, my philosophies into their community so that we can spread this everywhere and I can support on a national level the best way I can support. That would be my best goal.
Because it's kind of like you're giving it away. It's like you're kind of telling everybody, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what you want them to do, and explain that a little more, because that's never been done, that a person gives away so much information that you give away.
Yeah, and that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm working on my new book called The Solution, which is the African American Blueprint. I may even change it to the African American Black Print to Liberty, Justice, and Repair.
Okay.
And so the book outlines this whole solution comprehensively. And I do want it just to be for our people. The short read it won't be more than 120 pages. I don't want a long 300-page book to sound smart. I want something that millennials can read that's straight to the point. But my point is, you never know how long you're here. I want to leave a legacy. I want to give my best in serving our people. My point is, I want to leave something tangible behind. People always say, well, Jay, aren't you worried about what happens to other leaders when this, that, and the third, when they're standing in a space of influence, etc.? And that's why I'm not. One, because what God has for you, God has for you, and God's going to carry you to where you need to be. But two, is that's why I'm very intentional about doing videos, footage, and putting it in black and white, what the solution, the blueprint, or the black print is. So, God forbid, whether it be me or any other leader, if you already got the formula, if you already got the playbook, just because I blow my knee out, you know what to do next. You know what got to be done. It's already in writing what needs to be done. And that's what happened with Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. There were some of their philosophies still there, but there wasn't actually a playbook. An action step to, all right, what do we do next? And I think they were still trying to figure it out. They're dead in the midst of the civil rights movement and lynchings and KKK and everything else. But so for me, I stand back from a strategic standpoint and try to set it up systematically so that it can live on longer than a Jay Morrison or to any of us. And we actually have a real blueprint, black print of how we get financial independence and how it just empowers us as people as a whole.
Nice. All right, well, that's it. Those are the two top questions. I had to ask those questions. And man, again, I want to thank you. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you.
Yes. Black print tomorrow.
Black print tomorrow. Man, we're going to wrap it up.
3:10, 6 p.m. Central.
6 p.m. Hey, 6 to 9 is going to be a great event. And you're going to come out, you're going to be educated, and then you're going to know pretty much what it is to just stand next to this man and learn all the information you can about financial independence. Y'all have a go.
Deuces.